to be twice as strong as it grows long day by day. Be a football player, smarter, faster. With strong and long hair, you can play any role. Amazing! Sa sakit ng ulo at labi, bakit bisa lang ang mana? Dapat may galing at alaga. Alagang Biogesic. Sigurado ako sa galing, sigurado ako sa alaga. Ang galing ng alagang Biogesic.
Unilag yan. Hindi napapanggal sa banlaw lang ang germs ng sponge.
Kaya mag-Joy Antibac with the power of Safeguard. May 99.9% germ protection. Ngayon, mas ligtas na ang pinagkakainan.
Ligtas din ang kalusugan. Di mas germs, di masakit.
Today is a very special day. You know why?
I'm right.
I love you.
And 3, 2, 1, action!
Ako, si Eugene Domingo, ay isa ng direktor. Makakita-tignan, ha? Kaya mo sino kita?
Today, the internal combustion engine is used in motorcycles, automobiles, boats, trucks, aircraft, ships, heavy-duty machinery and power generators. A 4-stroke engine is an internal combustion engine in which the piston completes 4 separate strokes: intake, compression, power, and exhaust during 2 separate.
Kasama ko na pala yung totoong nanay ko. Pero hindi siya nakapilala sa akin. Sana na po ginawa niya. Pinasundo niya yung mahila ko. Sunduin ako. Kasi nung ako, pinamigyan niya ako ulit.
This will be another test of the new 8 capacitor model, featuring something like 4 times the power of the previous version. Let's see if we get ignition. Oh, we have power. We have smoke. The charging resistor is smoking rather badly. We're climbing to, it's about 400, 500. We're going to test fire at about 600. The resistor's red hot back there. We are red hot. Okay, we're test firing at 600 volts. Ready on the right, ready on the left. It's a good test fire. Pretty good altitude. Let's try that again. Okay.
Philippines inventor Ismail Aviso is a microwave engineer and industrial automation designer. Ismail has discovered a new repelling force. This new discovery is highly efficient and has already been developed into a self-charging battery system for an electric car application. Yes, you heard correctly. Ismail Aviso's electric car has recently been validated by the Philippine Department of Energy. The efficiency of the DC motor used in Ismail's test was measured to be around 45% from a conventional power supply. These figures show that this DC motor is wasting more than half the input energy. The energy is being lost to back EMF, which causes resistance and waste heat. However, when Ismail's repelling force technology was applied to power the DC motor, a staggering 125% to 133% coefficient of performance was achieved. Compare this 133% with typically 45% needed by using conventional wall power. Ismail's successful test is a significant example to illustrate the principles of past suppressed, misunderstood and neglected free energy technologies. Ismail's device is operating as an open system where the input energy is used to configure the device to accept a second energy input from the environment. The point being, there are other forms of environmental and chemical energy from sources yet to be discovered or understood by the mainstream ethos. One example of what we previously never perceived as energy can be found in the astronomy and cosmology sciences. They have only now observed that 2/3 of the total universe is comprised of an invisible type of energy, about which little is known or only slightly more than the fact that it exists. One cannot visually see this type of energy, thus it has been given the name dark energy. The name also indicates we have little knowledge of its nature or origin. Sometimes, to avoid misunderstanding, this energy is referred to as space energy or vacuum energy because it is a property of mere space and thus vacuum. This energy is everywhere. Some have patented devices centered around another portion of this energy as quantum mechanical zero-point energy, because it is supposed that it originates from quantum mechanical zero-point oscillations. Though these oscillations are rather abstract, they are well known within quantum mechanics and have been so for several decades. There are many past and present free energy devices which, due to the mainstream ethos misunderstanding of them getting something from nothing, have all suffered misrepresentation, interference, and worse. Taking energy from another environmental source does not mean the device violates the conservation of energy. Energy in equals energy out and always has. Since the time of Nathan Stubblefield to Nikola Tesla in the 1800s, particular devices have been tapping free energy from new sources which could have advanced our education and decentralized the energy grid. These inventors have never had any infrastructure to police interference and help with real-time progress. Working on no budget, the source free energy community have been the only ones responsible for keeping alive the research and development of these past misunderstood open systems or free energy devices. It is therefore not a surprise to some that Ismail's technology can produce the efficiency figures that were demonstrated. In the Philippine Department of Energy tests, the principal used a high-frequency shorting effect that was originally reported by Nikola Tesla. Utilizing the back EMF from a DC motor with Ismail's new discovery, created what is described as a carrier wave to harness ambient energy. Ambient energy that is sourced from the environment. It's that simple. More energy was produced from another source than what was consumed by the user. This is the basis of a free energy open system. There are two energy inputs, one from the user, one from the environment, meaning that more energy was produced from the device than was consumed by the user. This is validating the claim of self-running. This is possible with extra energy being harvested from the environment. In conventional open systems, the efficiency is measured as a coefficient of performance. The emphasis here is on co, as there are two energy inputs, which can make the energy output greater than what the user had to put in. With further sponsorship and endorsement, this technology is ready to be taken to the stage where the world can drive a car without the need for gasoline and pollution. You can support Ismail by a PayPal donation. This is critically needed to progress the technology in real time. Ismail is also out to help the people in his country who are currently living in poverty. Supporting this work will help the bigger picture and this effort. As a community, we can make this difference. Please help if you are able. Thank you for watching.
Hindi ko kilala kasi yung tarantado ng tatay. Marami sila. Mabenta ko ng kapatid. Ako yung number one dancer sa parents. Kahit mga tigas na kita. Tapos isang araw, nalaman ko na buntis ako. Ano mo? Simula na. Tinatanda na. Wala mo naman nagawa? No. Wala akong pera. Wala ko. Wala akong nagawa. Uwi na. Uwi na po. Mataba, buntis, pangit. Walang pinabukasan. Hindi ko alam kung gagawin ko sa buhay ko. Alam mo, naisip ko. Ako siguro. Tapos, ayun. Dumating yung dalawa.
On this demonstration, we just only to show you how to create a generator coil by using coil, the coil, and the diode, and this is the diode, bridge diode, and the capacitor, 100 microfarad, and that's a 100 microfarad. If the magnet pass through here, the magnet pass to this coil, it will charge the capacitor. And if the capacitor charge 100 microfarad on the 100 microfarad and charge 50 volts, it means the storage is 125 joules or 0.034 watt hour. So now we will show you a different type of charging. Okay? Okay, now this one is a stainless tube with magnet inside. There's a magnet inside. So, nakikita mo yung tester dito. Ayan, dito. First, just passing to the base of the coil. We will discharge first. This is 19, but now it's 0. Set to 0. We will make sure it's a 0. Okay, this is the. Okay, ito. I have 8.3. Another one, and again. 8.3. So that's the speed. What if I pass it in a slow speed? There is, but it's just 3.8, half of that. If I make it speed, half of the speed, it will reduce as well to half. But another type of charging the coil, charging the capacitor using the magnet to the coil is by penetrating in the middle. The magnet will go, look, it's 48. This is more efficient, you know. Look, it's 47. Now we have already 120, almost 125 joules. My speed, let's say, is 1/8 of a second. I will make it slower. I will discharge again. I will make it slower. Just 31. It's half of my speed. I will try the best speed I can get, you know. The best speed I can get. I can reach 69, 67. But that my speed is maybe 1/7 of a second. So now again, I will do it again to make sure that the spark is quite strong. I will try my best to 72. So if I will create more speed, it means it will go more than maybe 500. It's multiplying. So that's the simple demonstration of the coil. And we'll do it in the second video. If you can see, this is my design compatible to the first video I give to you, how to generate electricity. Like now, this one, if you notice on yan, I'm moving this. Look, I'm moving this one. The design of this is to put the magnet inside on this tube, and then the coil sitting on this several coil. Maybe this is something like 9 or 10 coils, and another one here, a little bit shorter, and so 3 on this side. And as well, this is a 2-channel, 1 channel, and then the second channel, the same thing on the tube. Always insert them, and they're moving. Like this one, I shall show you. This coil. Okay, I will keep the coil. Let's see. So, what will happen? The coil will produce, since there's a magnet inside, similar to what I have demo on the first video, the coil will produce electricity. And how many coils is this? The total using the coil, some
something like 40 to 45. If I will make it more efficient winding, it will create more. And the repelling, the one who will, the force moving that one is the coil was, this is the coil holder, and there is also a coil inside on this cylinder, and then it will repel, move like that, and then come back because of the force, so strong force, it will hit this spring, and then it will come back again, and then, so it just one pulse every time it moves. So that's what's happened. Okay. Short first. Now, what we're gonna do now, we will test the actual the single pass. Just a single pass to test how much joules can be produced on these two coils. Actually, we can put many coils up to 40 to 50 coils. That's just channel 1, channel 2. Only just for trial. This is not a very efficient oil, There's a lot of, you can improve at least 40%, but just to show what will happen once we move this one, we pulse it. Okay, this is the coil 2 coil. Let me, and then, so we short first, make sure there is no charge on the coil. This is 160 microfarad capacitor used in power factor. Okay, be on. And then we off. Look how fast it is. 52 and 57. If you will look on this, that's 160 microfarad. It charges more than 54. It's 200 joules. It's producing 200 joules, more than 200, because it's 54 and 53 here, just going down. So that's the concept. So if we put many coils, let's say 50 coils, you can figure it out how many watts we can produce on one single. This is one single pulse, and I expect so fast that I can pulse it for 20 times per second and return it back again. And the consumption of this, based from the test of the DOE and DOSD, is just 85 joules. Okay?
Range travel. First-generation range extenders have directly coupled a reciprocating internal combustion engine to a conventional rotary electrical generator. However, the required output of a range extender is electrical power, not rotary motion. With this in mind, a new generation of range extenders are under development, which can convert fuel to electrical energy in a more direct and efficient way. The layout of a free-piston engine combines two opposed combustion chambers and a common mover with a piston located on either end. A linear motor generator is integrated with the mover. Used as a motor, it helps start the engine, and its movement directly generates electrical power. A free piston design is over 30% more efficient than conventional rotary engines, with proven thermodynamic efficiencies of between 40 and 50%. By removing the crankshaft and crankcase, a free-piston engine is more efficient, cheaper to manufacture, compact, and easy to maintain. The configuration offers full control over the fuel injection, spark, intake and exhaust valve parameters, and by controlling the linear motor generator, the system can be used to accurately position the piston during the cycle. When shown on a pressure volume diagram, this maximizes the enclosed area in comparison to a conventional reciprocating engine. This means that more useful energy is extracted, improving efficiency and fuel economy. Piston position control can also exploit the potential of a whole range of conventional, sustainable, and future fuels, with only changes to software rather than hardware. These factors make a free piston engine the ideal solution for next-generation, ultra-high-efficiency range extenders. The fourth-generation free piston engine research prototype is currently under test at the Sir Joseph Swan Centre for Energy Research at Newcastle University. It has been designed in collaboration with SR Technology Innovations to validate models, establish a robust control strategy, characterize and optimize the engine performance, and support the optimization of future designs. The Joseph Swan Centre is the highest cited research group in the world on free piston engine technology and has been developing prototype systems for 15 years.